Hi, boys and girls. We have had a lot of lessons over the last school year where we talk about different holidays. And we know that holidays are special days that honor or help us remember either special times or special people. You know, um, this is the United States of America, and our country, the United States, has its very own holidays. Some of the holidays that we celebrate are celebrated by people all around the world, but some of our holidays are just celebrated here in the United States. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of an exception when I get to it, but let's go ahead and get started on page 48. Our national holidays. Now, when something is national, that means that it has to do with the nation or the country. And sometimes you might get together with your neighbors. Can you think of a time when you might get together with your neighbors for a national holiday? Or your family? Special days. Holidays are special days. We get together with family and friends. We have parades and celebrations for our heroes. A celebration is a special event. Here it says, underline one way we celebrate our heroes. Well, I'm going to underline we have parades. So we also could underline celebrations. Now on page 49, it says Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday. George Washington and Abraham Lincoln were patriotic leaders. We remember their birthdays. We celebrate President's Day in February. Look at the picture. The boy is dressed as George Washington. He is in a play. Now, what are some other ways that you can celebrate heroes of our nation? Well, we have President's Day. We drew portraits here, and you guys did such a good job on those. Page 50, Thanksgiving. We give thanks for our food on Thanksgiving. We remember how the Pilgrims and some American Indians ate dinner together. And it says, highlight the event from long ago that we celebrate on Thanksgiving. So here it is, the Pilgrims and some American Indians ate dinner together. Now, we have Thanksgiving, and we have that story that we believe to be true about the Native Americans and the Pilgrims way back in the 1600s. That's like 400 years ago. But we're not the only nation that has Thanksgiving. If you remember when we read about Thanksgiving, we learned that Thanksgiving is a harvest festival. Back then they couldn't just go to Walmart or Target or Kroger. They had to go and farm the land and hunt and fish to get the food that they ate. So in the fall, when winter was about to set on them, and they wouldn't be able to do all of those things in the cold, if they had a lot of food to get through the winter, they would want to celebrate that. Give thanks for all the food that they had. So up in Canada, they have Thanksgiving, but their Thanksgiving is in October. If you remember, the planet, I didn't think I was going to draw, but if you think about the planet, the equator is here, and then here's us, and Canada is north of us or above it, so it's colder there longer. What that means to me is that their harvest festival is celebrated in October because that's when they stop having a growing season. We can grow crops in our fields just a tiny bit longer than they can in Canada because it stays warmer here a little bit longer than it does the further north you go. I used to live in Minnesota, which is pretty north compared to where we are in Indiana, and it was a lot colder there in the winter, and it got colder there earlier, and it stayed colder longer. So the closer you are to the equator, the shorter your winter gets until it's really not much of a winter. Independence Day. We also remember the birth of our country. We celebrate Independence Day with fireworks and parades. This holiday is a symbol of our freedom. It's also called the 4th of July. That's when our third president, Thomas Jefferson, and this is way before he was a president. This was before we even had presidents. Like, he was with George Washington, our first president, and John Adams, our second president. And they were all together trying to decide how to tell England they didn't want to be a part of England anymore. So what they did is they all got together, and a bunch of leaders got together from the American colonies, and they wrote a paper. But Thomas Jefferson really wrote it, and it said that, hey, we're going to just be our own country. It's called the Declaration of Independence. When you declare something, you are telling it. And independence, if you remember, is freedom. So they're telling England in the Declaration of Independence, hey, we're going to be our own country over here now. Sorry, guys. So the Declaration of Independence was written and signed on the 4th of July, 1776. And so that is considered the birthday of America. It's when the American colonists told England, we're not going to be a part of England anymore. We're going to make our own country. So July 4th, 1776. 4th of July is Independence Day. Now down here it says draw and label people celebrating a holiday, and label the holiday. Think about the holidays we just learned about. Draw people celebrating, and then write down here which holiday you drew. Did you draw the 4th of July? Did you draw Thanksgiving? President's Day? Was there a holiday that I forgot? I think those are the ones. So those 3 holidays are considered American holidays. We also celebrate Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, but those aren't actually just American holidays. Those holidays, they came here from other countries, and we'll learn a little bit more about St. Patrick's Day next month. But anyway, I just thought that you guys would enjoy knowing a little bit more about our American holidays. Make sure you put a bookmark in your book, and I'll see you later. Bye.